Kia ora anō. One of the other exercises, one of the assessments we've got in our program is called kai mapping, right? Now the idea with kai mapping is to identify what kai is available in what season, in which regions in the country. It doesn't mean to say we want to know where your favourite fishing spot is. We just want to know that, oh hey, in this region here, this kai is available and this kai is available. Yep. It's important that we identify not only the kai, but what season it's available. Now, that's our pātaka basically. That's our, this is what is available in our region in every season of the year, so that we know what we are eating and we know what tikanga we're following. That's us choosing the direction of our program through the year, so that every single month, every single season, we know what we're doing because we're focusing on the kai that's available then. Yeah? So with your kai mapping exercise, what we thought was, gee, let's make this nice and easy. So what we did here is we put a legend up. There's our kai map, there's our legend up, and there's all the kai from the water. Yeah, so there's kai moana, there's sea mammals, there's seabirds, there's shellfish, there's inshore fisheries, deep sea fisheries, kai from the awa, kai from the repo, and we just divide it all up. So when we put it out over here, and there's a whole lot of kai listed there, you say, oh, that's mussels, that's kina, that's paua, that's koura, that's tāmure, that's moki, etc., etc., right through all the different kai types, and you colour it in red. Yeah, so you can, oh yeah, that's all that kai. Yeah, and then you go down over here and you say, okay, cool. What do all the birds look like? And then you go say, oh, because we're not allowed to eat keridu now for you people that don't from here that we don't. Yeah, no keridu. So you go down here and you say, okay, cool. Well, that's where pheasants are available. That's where ducks are. That's where swans are. If you're in the Chathams, that's where weka is. And you go through and you say, yeah, that's where all those are, and they're all in the bright yellow. And you go down over here and you say, oh, what's the big chunk in green? That's all the kai from the Ngāhere. And you say, oh, here's the kai rako, and these are all the ones with berries. And you say, oh, this is all the insects, this is all the fungi, those are all the mushrooms. Yeah. These are all the kai resources, like that's the uku. Those are plants like raupo for insulation. That's our rongo plants. That's our pā harakeke for rāranga and stuff like that. Oh, here's our stone for tools. Making mana tapu, whatever. And they all come down here again. They come up in green. And you say, okay, cool. For each of these kai, there's someone in your region that knows something about them. There's some mahinga kai experts. They might be uncle, cousin. It could be anyone that told you something about them. What we said is, yep, they deserve a place. Yep, and we colour them in blue, and we go out there and we say, oh, Nick Rosquich, he's the master of kai Māori, and when you're looking at vegetables and greens, published all these books. But my uncle, Fraser, now he knows everything there is to know about kumara growing, eh? So he's up here as well. And so you end up with published authors, you end up with your whānau, you end up with textbooks, you end up with websites. It doesn't matter. You just identify them with a colour. Yeah. Other things that we find are really interesting to us is, oh look, these are again in the same colour. This is where Hine Hakirirani had her garden. Oh, that's where Hine Matioro had her one further up the coast. And so we mark those famous garden sites in. Another thing that we ask for is, oh, what's the kai related kōrero? And you go down and people say, oh, this area here was renowned for this and that. And so you come up over into our rohi here in Anoda Bay, and you got Captain Kirky writing about his acres and acres and acres of kumara garden that they saw there. Yeah? So that's our kai map taking shape. On top of that, we go down and we identify rivers, rocks, geological landmarks like Maunga, because we didn't have a paper map as such, we had an oral cartography. Yeah? We knew our way around by place names, and all those place names were, that's a bend in the river, that's a beach, whatever. And so, yep, ours was an oral cartography, and it's represented in a map like that. And usually it's associated with a story. So the last thing that would be on this thing would be any kai story related to any of those things there. So that's our kai map. The trick is not to overthink it. Yep. Now, coming over here, Yep. So what we did was we went down there and we said, cool, there's our seasons in the year. We divided our year into 4 quarters because there are 4 seasons. And we just went down here and we used an arrow and said, this kai is available from here to here. Oh, that's our karimu. Yep. Oh, we go down there and say, oh, up there's our kumara. Yep, that's its growing season. Oh, there's our mushrooms, there's our kariao, there's our pigeons, whatever. So that we get a feel for what our seasonal kai pattern look like. Yep. And that's all our mahinga kai stuff. That's our wild kai. And we put this kai here with our other kai map, which had our kai Māori on it, which was all our introduced kai. And from that, combining the 2 together, that gives you your whole pataka.
Cool.